These are the wildest parents I've ever seen. Hello, you gorgeous daughter. Today we're going to try not to cringe at Reddit's most insane parents. We've set these posts up so they get worse as we get into the video, and every single time that I cringe, I've got to take a drink of this whiskey and ice. So by the end of this video, I'm probably gonna be down there. I asked my mom to knock before coming in my room, and she took my door away. What? Why? Surely there's a better outcome. There's no need for you to have privacy. What? Sorry, whose mom just takes the door away from them? At least be like, oh, can you like actually just like keep your door open from now on? Like set that as a rule, which already is a little bit advanced and I'd not be comfortable with that. But taking the door entirely where you're gonna put it? Who's got space to just store a door? We've all watched The In-Betweeners. Not even theme parks have spaces to do that, never mind just a house. Also, like, I need a door. Like, if I'm gonna sleep, like, I need to know that the door's fully closed when I'm going to sleep. I know that it doesn't really make a difference, because if someone's gonna come into the house, they know, chances are, if they've broken into my house, they know how to open a bedroom door. I understand that, but the fact that it's closed still in my head gives me the vision that I've got a barrier against any intruder. I genuinely would not be able to sleep if I didn't have a door. Like, I would just think paranormal activity is going to happen. This is cruel! Cruel, I tell you! Oh. Okay, I cringed. Okay, first cringe. This is awful. This is Javier, and he was surrendered today because his kid would not do his homework. Javier is a big friendly guy who is already microchipped. Sorry, there's punishments. Okay, there's punishments for your child not doing their homework, but selling their dog? Surely that's, you know, I think that's a little bit far, do you know? That's a little bit far, isn't it? The dog hasn't done anything. The dog's done his homework. Why is he suffering? That's the only person suffering in this situation. The fact they've actually put it in a shelter as well, genuinely, this actually enrages us. If I was that child, I would never do me homework again until that dog is sitting on my lap. Look at Javier, man. He's even smiling for the camera. I actually really rate that the animal shelter has actually, like, mentioned the reason why Javier was put in as well, so everyone can kind of, you know, just laugh at the people. Well, I cannot even laugh. Just like leave mean comments about the people that did this. Like, I'm never one for leaving mean comments, but this situation, I'll give it a pass. Look at Javier, man. He didn't deserve this. I just know that when he gets adopted into a new home, when they bring home like Pythagoras homework, he's gonna be shiting himself. He's gonna be like, mate, can you just please do it? Like, honestly, like, after the last time, I'm just myself a little bit, yeah, please. I'll help you find X. Just please do your homework. Happy Mother's Day to the woman who called the cops on me when she didn't find me in my room sleeping in the middle of the night and thought I snuck out the house. I was downstairs in the kitchen eating cereal and also 22. Oh, I keep forgetting every time I do that. Woo! Okay, that's rough. This would really bug me because it seems like, you know, this girl, like, it's almost like their mom is like really controlling of what they do, like, especially at 22. Like, I get if they were 12 and, you know, you go in the middle of the night and they're not there. Of course, ring the police. Like, that's really abnormal if you had no prior knowledge of them being out. But 22, especially when they're downstairs, like, surely, do you not think to look downstairs first? Your first thought is to call the police. It's almost like you want the police to catch them. It's almost like you've been waiting for an opportunity to call the police on your daughter. Like, I get being worried for your child. Like, I can't imagine what it's like thinking your child is missing. But at least have a look first, eh? Well, I mean, we'll have a look. Imagine coming home with your report card and your parents do a reacts video. Reacting to Oliver's report card. That deserves a drink. Thanks for nothing, Oliver. I don't know what I'd prefer, actually. Like, me mum doing a YouTube video reacting to me report card, or like me not doing me homework and me dog getting taken away. Probably, you know, I'd want to keep the dog, but also like all my mates are going to be laughing at us like on YouTube. This is why I just don't advocate for family channels that center their content solely around their children. The fact that they've asked this child to like pose looking sad in the camera is just so weird to me. Like, that is one of the most nervous times of being a kid, when, like, you know, they have parents' evening, your parents go and you're just waiting at home just hoping that the teacher hasn't snitched on you. That's like one of the most nerve-wracking things, and then for that to be on camera and you're finding out what the teacher said when everyone else is, that's just really, really odd. I do get that there is a lot of good family channels that don't kind of, you know, exploit their children, and like, I'm all for that, but this particular style really bugs us because children are helpless. Like, they haven't consented to be on camera. Yes, they've got their parents' consent, but because it's in their parents' best interests for the children to be on camera, they're not thinking about it from the children's point of view. It's a biased decision. Dishes done by 3 p.m. Okay. I get home at 3. Is 3:15 okay? Oh, already an excuse. Bloody snowflakes, these children. Back in my day, they'd have them done by 2:55 if I got home at 3. If I look on the cameras and they aren't done by 3, there will be consequences. Consequences even got its own line. Must be deep. I can't have them done that fast. It's 3 now and the dishes aren't done. That's a day of no tech. What? Now this is a prison. They said they get home at 3. They're not even in the house yet, so how are they meant to wash the dishes if they're not even in the house? Also, if you aren't in the house as a parent, does it really matter if the dishes get done at 3? Realistically, it doesn't matter if the dishes get done until, like, you know, someone's in the house, like you're in the house, or the dad's in the house, or someone that will cook the tea, because, like, it makes no difference, really, until you're home. I understand from a parent's perspective, you kind of want to get, you know, your kids into a rhythm with chores, and you want them to be able to, like, complete tasks. If that's your thing, I totally understand that, but this just seems a little bit too controlling and a little bit really invasive in my opinion, because every single time this child enters their home, it's going to be like they're on Big Brother. Like they're going to think they're on camera, they're getting watched at all times. Like, it's so important for a child to have some privacy, you know, to themselves, so they can feel comfortable in their own home. Because if they can't feel comfortable and safe in their own home, where can they feel comfortable? They're going to go somewhere else to feel more comfortable, which arguably could be, you know, on a street corner, or doing something they shouldn't be doing because they know they're not being watched there. I honestly believe sometimes when people try and control their kids like too much and kind of suffocate them, it just makes kids kind of like pull in the opposite direction. I love these Facebook posts, especially from like mothers. Before even reading it, you know it's gonna be the wildest thing ever when it's got a background in bold text like this. I'll let my children smoke before I let them get vaccinated. At least I know what's in crack. Laugh if you want. I'm dead serious. Yeah, okay. Alright then, let's put this to the test, okay? Bring your child here. I've got a crack pipe, okay, and I've got a vaccine. Let the child choose, okay? I mean, you know what's in the crack, so if they choose the crack, that's them hooked. I feel like people that make statements like this, you need to, obviously, you know, not give children crack. I'm not advocating for that. Hopefully you would know that. But I feel like some people like this just say things just for the crack, you know, like ironically. They don't actually mean it, because if push came to shove, they wouldn't want their child having crack over a vaccine. My mama just said she's gonna withhold my antidepressants to teach me a lesson. Okay, yeah, and again, I'm gonna be pissed by the end of this. Is this a punishment? Yeah, well, you didn't do your homework. Okay, then you're gonna be sad for a week. And it's a little bit intense. Like, where's the empathy here? Surely there's a better way to teach your kids to do the things they want to do, rather than just severely punishing them, like putting them through hell. They're on antidepressants for a reason, you know. Like, would you not rather, like, I know this is very morbid, but surely you'd rather them just not do the task you wanted them to do, but them still be on this planet. You know, they're taking antidepressants for a reason. They rely on them. They're not just taking them for the crack, okay? I'd rather give my kid crack than antidepressants. At least I know what's in the crack. Today was a rough day. They got into trouble in school, and I reacted in a way that at the time felt like the right thing to do. Luckily, my son still loves me. We'll get through this. Your child got into trouble at school, so your first thought in the moment was to shave their head. That was your first thought. Not to, like, talk about what happened and try and understand from their point of view why they acted the way they did. Or even, you know, like, some of the punishments we've seen, like grounding them or taking something off them, which is, you know, arguably more severe. You've just shaved their entire head. Are you okay? I hate being, like, overly harsh in my videos, but I need to say this. Some people do not deserve to have children. I just said what I said. Also, like, what is even worse is they're bragging about doing this on Facebook. Like, you know, if they did this in the heat of the moment, like they said they did, surely they'd want nobody to know that they did this. They've just posted it, like, kind of bragging about it. And the fact they've got their child to, like, pose before haircut and after haircut. Again, it's one of the wildest things. Like, every part of this story just gets more insane. Oh, yes, another one of these posts. My son turns 5 at the end of this year, so I have to enroll him in school. The school has just told me I can't come and breastfeed him at recess and lunch. I don't know what to do. I feel like they're discriminating against me. I'm still breastfeeding my 7-year-old. It's why I made the choice to homeschool. Right. From your perspective, okay, let's start with your perspective. I understand that this is this might be your first child or whatever child. Like, they're your baby, okay? You want to, like, protect them. You have grew this child for 9 months. Like, this is an extension of you. I understand that, okay? You want to take care of them. You've breastfed them. You want to continue to feed them. But there's a time where the child has to move on. Because he can't be, like, 30 and married. And every single time he needs a meal, he's like, are you alright, mum? Can I come? Are you free? Can I come round? Yeah. Alright then. On me way. Putting your details into Waze every morning. You cannot be doing that. There has to be a time where you cut it off. Also, how do you think that's going to go for him when everyone's eating their packed lunches together or having school dinners? And then he's just sitting on the bench, just, with you. How's that? It's not going to go well for him. That's always going to stick with them, no matter what. Whether that's right or wrong, that's just what kids are like. It must be really hard, I guess, like, from a mum's perspective, when this is what you've been used to for the last 4 or 5 years. Every single week and hour of the day has been dedicated to your child, and then you've kind of just got to give them to someone else for a few hours. They no longer, I guess, need you as much as they once did. It must be difficult. But, posting this on Facebook isn't gonna help matters. It's not gonna help you move on, love. The reason I preach #Christianity. My daughters represent the right. Taylor Swift represents the left. Oh, I think me and you've got some bad blood, son. I think we've got some anyone? There we go. My God. There we go. This is honestly, it's not even pretty vile. It's just pure vitality. Wait, that's a yogurt, isn't it? It's just vile. Yeah, it's just vile. It's just vile. Why is a man? How do you even know? How do you even know what Taylor Swift look like? Like, what are you trying to say here? If it did look like that, it would be fine as well. Also, I've left out the biggest thing. Why are you talking about how your child's looks? Is that not a little bit weird to you? Are you going to go down the pub and brag about what this is about what the... Oh, I don't even want to say it. It's just horrific. The more, like, I actually deep this, the more disgusting it actually is. And the fact that, like, he has made both of these sandwiches whilst thinking about making this post. Not only that, he's also, like, took the photo of them. He's also put it onto Twitter and typed it out. And never during this entire phase did he ever think, a little bit weird, this, like, that's worrying. I feel like I'm slurring me words. I've nearly did I drink for I need to. Nearly had me pinky up there, guys. Made sure to put it down. Remember me root. This is so bad, I don't even think I could put this as the thumbnail. It's that bad. During this pandemic, only people with kids should be able to watch any streaming service, and nothing for the people who are alone and single. Families need Netflix or Disney Plus more. It's annoying to see a grown single adult sharing what they are watching on Disney Plus when that streaming service was made only for kids. I have 3 little ones at home and another on the way. We deserve this service over single and alones with no kids. And this basically stemmed from a news article which said Netflix reduces video quality in Canada to lower internet bandwidth use. Okay. I'll drink to that. Wait, so you're basically saying, like, too many people are watching Netflix here. You should have priority just because you've got children. I'm sorry. I'm rewatching Stranger Things at the moment. I'm not going to stop rewatching Stranger Things because you think you're first in line with your kids. I don't give a fuck. They can watch paint dry for all I care. I'm watching 11. This just reminds us the lie that, like, adults used to tell you, like, when I was younger about the internet. If the internet was running slow, like, I remember my mum and my stepdad used to go, oh, it's because everyone's on at the minute. And, like, obviously that's just, like, how would that make a difference? Oh, just Stuart in London's on the internet, so you're gonna have to just chill when you're playing mini clip cab. It's also the fact that, like, Netflix isn't getting removed for them. They just want to watch it in the best quality. So I can imagine they could have watched it in 720p, just not 1080p. But like, people like me aren't allowed to watch it at all because you have to watch it in 720p. That doesn't seem very fair. How about we all just watch it in a little bit less quality and we all still get to have fun? Do you think that sounds like a good compromise? Possibly. Parents, it's your #1 job to get in your kids' way at all times. Kids do not deserve privacy. And this is an article wrote by Chris Cochran. I mean, the first part of his second name is, you could say that's very ironic right now. Indeed, Chris Cochran. Wish your ran away. Sorry, that's the whiskey talking. I don't even know what that means. Like, why would he run away? Don't even know if that's possible. Hopefully not. No extra tight boxers tonight. Sorry, I don't even know I'm Is that the time? Oh, it's a time. See you later, guys. This is such a weird article because, you know, like, obviously that talking about Netflix in the previous one, that Netflix show Adolescence definitely touched on kids' privacy. Like, you don't know what your kids are kind of, you know, going on when they're alone in their rooms. Like, I understand asking them what they're doing and, you know, making sure that you're not completely detached from what they're doing online and having a healthy conversation around it. Like, I definitely promote that. Like, you want to know at least that your children are safe online. But getting in the way at all times and not letting them have anything for themselves, like, that's, to me, that is too invasive in my opinion. Like, I'd want to trust them, because how are they ever meant to have trust in their lives if you don't build the first bridge of trust with them? They're never going to trust anyone if you don't trust them first. My mum has put an onion in the corner of every room in the house because WhatsApp advised her to. This is the peak of the WhatsApp mother's cult. I am unable to can. Does the onion mean something? Because don't onions like keep like vampires away? They keep something away, don't they? Do they? I don't know. Why did you say that? Did I say that? I think I just said that, didn't I? I don't know. Someone said that and I've just said it on here. I need to fact check that. I'm never drinking whiskey on a video ever again. Do onions keep vampires away? Oh, they don't. Well, better take that one out the corner of my room. It's been there for 10 years. Okay, well, what do onions do then? You know? Oh, you eat them. Okay. Right, well, you learn something new every day. In 2nd grade, a teacher of mine was concerned I was suicidal. This led me to being escorted to a hospital in the back of a police car. Me being stuck in a hospital for hours. And then when they released me, what did my mom say? We probably can't go to Vegas now. Thanks a lot. I shouldn't laugh, but it is funny. If we don't laugh, we cry. Oh, I guess we can't go to Vegas now, right? Thanks for nothing. Oh, what, you were sad, were you? Oh, you were gonna cry, were you? Well, I can't go on holiday now. Nothing like, oh, are you okay? Like, you know, I was scared I wasn't gonna see you again. Just, oh, well, I guess I'm never gonna see Las Vegas again. Obviously, Las Vegas comes here, and you come here as the kid of your mum, obviously. Now, I know we're having a laugh and joke, but, like, you know, as a child, like, going through situations like this, it's funny to read back when you're not emotionally involved in this situation, but this is just going to make you feel so worthless and also make you feel like your feelings are never valid, because, you know, it's hard enough to open up as it is. Like, you're growing up to kind of, well, especially, you know, lads are growing up to kind of never talk about how they feel. This would just reiterate that point that, okay, well, if I actually talk about how I feel, like, no one actually cares, because if my mom doesn't care, then why would anybody else care? Because that is the person that brought us into this world, so why would just a random person care when she doesn't, you know? Like, that's how people kind of compute that in their mind, and it is really sad, because this, as funny as it is now, is a real thing that, you know, maybe it's not to this degree, but constantly is happening, where, you know, unfortunately, I guess, like, parents invalidate how some of their children feel, especially when they go through, you know, feelings of, you know, depression and anxiety for the first time. And it can really have an effect on when people grow up as adults. Do you think you can lend me and Daddy $600 until next Friday? We were approved for a car, but we have to put down 1,100. We only have 500. Won't have the rest until next Friday. 600? I don't even have 600. Oh, you should have a lot of money. Stop spending. The most I have is 300. Boy, how are you gonna ask me for money and tell me to stop spending? This is so true. Also, it kind of seems like possibly your mom and dad are living beyond their means. You know, if it was, you know, I guess if it was like 30 quid or whatever, just like a little bit, but that's nearly half of the money. Like, can they not get a cheaper car? And, you know, then they would have the money for it, and they don't have to, you know, ask their child for $600, which is a hell of a lot of money. I know they're your parents and they probably helped you out a lot, but $600 just as if it's just now, especially when you work a minimum wage job. Like, how do they think that you've got this money? So, my bad mom moment today took a turn to the dark side. My son, whose 15th birthday is this weekend, told me he thinks he has borderline arachnophobia, which obviously is a fear of spiders. Definitely should not have told me this. What am I like? Shouldn't have told Mum that. Well, my twisted little mind was having too much fun, and now he will have a giant black spider on his Oreo cake, surprise spiders inside his gift, and possibly some extra decorations for his party. already. I know I'm a mean mom, but you can't tell me something like this and not expect me to not have a little fun with it. Happy 15th birthday to my oldest baby boy. Oh, what's she like? Oh, God, honestly, lock her up and throw away the key, will you? Bless her. Moms will be moms. Yeah, honestly, this is your child's birthday. This is not just like, I don't know, a random party or just a random prank you're gonna play on. This is his birthday. You know, the one day of the year that is like kind of for him, that you should celebrate him and kind of make it the best day of his year, if at all possible. Clearly you've got the means to, because you're spending quite a lot of money on his birthday by getting him loads of gifts, decorations for his party, and also having an Oreo cake. I get that it's kind of not that, you know, deep from your perspective, because you think it's a howl, like you think this is hilarious and like in really good spirit, to which it is for you. You're not seeing this from your child's point of view. Like, they're gonna be scared when they see the giant black spider on the cake, and then at that point they're probably like, okay, I get it, maybe it's like, you know, even though they've got arachnophobia, which is like an actual phobia, not just a little fear of spiders, so they might like themselves but be like, okay, well, at least, like, you know, I'll just get that away from us. But the fact you're putting it in all of their presents and also extra decorations, it's almost like you're trying to make your kid have the worst day of their life on their birthday. I just feel like you're torturing them just for your own gain so that you can have a great day. Hit the top comment on this: why won't my son tell me anything anymore? That's true though, like your son is going to be scared of you. If he thinks you're capable of doing this on his birthday, what do you think he's going to think on any normal day? He's going to be like the scared shite out of him. I do realise, you know, like, you know, some parents might be watching this going, oh, like, can you not actually have fun with your children anymore? And like, obviously you can. I just feel like the fact she's mentioned that it's, you know, borderline arachnophobia, this isn't just like you know, like, oh, they're scared of clowns a little bit, let's, you know, get a picture of a clown, or this is like actually torturing this child. I really enjoyed this, and I feel like it's definitely like a am I the asshole kind of vibe. If you do want to watch my last video covering some of the wild stories from that Reddit thread, click right here, because honestly the stories in this genuinely will blow your mind.
Kirkham, baby.